Hello everybody, welcome back to Ordinary Adventures. On our last video, we got our silver YouTube play button for hitting 100,000 subscribers, and we went and took a trip down memory lane looking at all of the videos that we have made over this past year. And it was just so much that we had to cut it up into two separate videos.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought we could do it in one video.
I don't know.
So many adventures.
Yeah.
So here's the second part. The second half of the year, and all the crazy adventures that we took during that. Come with us as we revisit these adventures. We were doing 3 videos a week at this point, and sometimes there weren't theme park events, there weren't seasonal things, there weren't rides opening. So we would have to think of like, what would we do? And I remember one day I was like, oh, it's Force Friday. All the new toys came out this Friday. Let's go to the store and try to find toys. I didn't think anybody would care about that video. That's one thing I've realized. People like searches. They like the Black Kyber challenge. They like you looking for your backpack. They like us looking for, things in Force Friday.
This was our first time at the Dark Harbor at Queen Mary. And it was just such a unique, different experience.
I remember waiting to get in, and this guy, he was like a demented clown, was hammering a nail that was in your hand
He just
into
came
his
out of
nose.
nowhere, and I turned around and there's this guy making me freaking pull a nail out of his thing. I had to pull it out, remember?
Yeah.
And there was this one maze where you're in the ship, and all of a sudden you go over this bridge.
Oh yeah, and
the
shakes.
bridge starts shaking like it's gonna break, and I didn't know that was gonna happen, obviously, and I legit peed my pants.
So like 6 months after the opening of Galaxy's Edge, they added some new food.
Wow, we were so excited. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, that was the Ronto-less.
So Ronto-less Ronto wrap, you guys.
The Ronto wrap that doesn't have meat.
It's so good.
It's her favorite. We also noticed on that trip that something was missing in Galaxy's Edge. In Doc Ondar's, the Ark of the Covenant was missing. We did a video on that. The title was a little bit clickbaity, but it wasn't because something is missing.
Our one and only trailer reaction video.
Oh yeah, we did a trailer reaction video for The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, this was a very like spur of the moment kind of thing. It was maybe an hour before the trailer was supposed to come out, and we were like, should we film a reaction video?
And I remember we have never really watched trailer reaction videos, so we didn't know what to do. And I remember we were watching it for the first time. I was like thinking, oh, I gotta say what I'm thinking.
You gotta be, talking through it.
And people were so mad. You cried.
That was a very emotional... We both cried.
Yeah. My friend John Armstrong, who is a great magician, he performs on a lot of the Disney cruise ships. He was at a time performing in Disneyland. If you haven't seen him perform these classics of magic, he's just so good.
He is. And especially him dressing up and acting like a cowboy, like a Southern gentleman, is just so funny.
Oh yeah, because he doesn't normally talk like that. I remember when I built my lightsaber, since then everybody was asking like, why didn't she build a lightsaber? And the truth was, you didn't want to build a lightsaber.
Yeah, I just really had no desire. But after seeing the experience and seeing all my friends get one, I decided that I wanted one for myself.
This is another thing you cried during.
I cried.
Did you expect to cry?
Part of me did, but I've seen the experience so many times that I was like, I'm not gonna cry. And I cried multiple times. And then I got like accosted by the Stormtroopers.
Oh yeah, you got arrested.
And that was so not planned. I was just admiring my lightsaber, and they were off in the distance, and they saw me and they went after me, and it was such an iconic moment.
We went to find you a Halloween costume. Which, by the way, is like a frustrating thing because I'm a bigger person. I had a hard time finding a Halloween costume. And I think a lot of people in the comments, they really responded well to this because we were talking about how frustrating it was to get a costume when you're not tiny. I still think you should have been that job.
I know. Why didn't I?
And on Halloween night in West Hollywood, pre-pandemic, they had the biggest Halloween party in the planet. We didn't take the dogs though.
Look at them in their costumes though. They're
Yeah.
so cute. You know, it actually worked out. We didn't even plan it this way of being a hamburger and a hot dog, but finding that hamburger costume, we got so many compliments. I was like, our costumes are so lame, but so many people like loved them. It was so funny.
Weird. I built a droid. I built a lightsaber. You ended up building a lightsaber, and then people were like,
They wanted to see you build a droid. And I wanted to get one because he bought the R unit and I'm more of a BB-8 kind of girl, so I wanted the round droid. It's not very practical. It's very hard to control, but I love it nonetheless.
We got to go to the grand opening of the Funko store in Hollywood.
But this store was so much fun. There were so many things to look at. And the coolest thing about this store is it's completely free. I mean, obviously you go there to buy stuff, but if you want to just go take photos and kill an hour out of your day.
It's better than any of those like Instagram museums where you don't have to pay a price.
And it's free.
We had been watching a lot of, there's this girl on Delish her name's Trish, and she does this segment called Iconic Eats where she tries to eat most notable things at a certain theme park or place.
Yeah, so she just eats a bunch of food.
Disney's Festival of Holidays and Disney California Adventure was opening, and I was like, well, I want to try to do that with Disney's Festival of Holidays, but instead of just trying to eat the iconic food, let's try to eat it all.
Thankfully, we had some friends with us to help us.
Yeah, that's the secret. We're doing a lot of food videos at the time, which made me think like maybe we could profile some iconic places that we go to. Because a lot of people are traveling. People are watching our videos to travel to go to Disneyland, and they want to see what else is beyond Disneyland in Southern California. So we went to Philippe's, which is the place where the French dip sandwich was invented, maybe?
Yeah, this place or another place. They both claim to be the first, but Philippe's is better.
We were hanging our Christmas tree, and we profiled our favorite Christmas ornaments, focusing on like the Star Wars and Harry Potter stuff. And people really love this video too. I don't know why. I didn't think people were going to be so interested in what we hang up on our tree, but this might be something we'll have to do every year.
But I remember a lot of people were really mad at how early we put up our Christmas tree.
Oh yeah, well they would also be mad at how late we took it down.
Don't tell anyone.
That they noticed in the background of Q&As.
We took it down maybe like a month ago. The beginning of the Baby Yoda craze.
Yeah, Mandalorian had just come out. Baby Yoda was huge. And we went to DesignerCon, which was this convention in Anaheim.
Our favorite convention. And there was so much Baby Yoda and Mandalorian stuff. It was amazing.
This is another video that took off, and I didn't expect it to get as many views as it did. We really kind of took this idea of eating everything and just kind of went around the theme park world with us. Because the next time we went to Universal Hollywood, because they have their holiday foods and Grinchmas treats. And I remember at this one was that holiday hash.
Oh, so good. And what was fun about this is we had never really done the Grinchmas stuff at Universal, and I had never really tried any of the food, so it was like the first time trying it all, for me at least.
Next up, I went to Orlando because I got invited to the press day of the opening of Rise of the Resistance. It was incredible. I went with my friend Brian, who is a Star Wars expert. He runs a podcast called the Full of Sith Podcast. We were there for the press day, and it was going to be the next day, but we got a call from someone who was like, do you want to go on the ride now? And we were like, yes, we do. So the day before the actual day where the press was supposed to go on this ride, we got to go on it, and if you look at this, it's empty. There's no other people on it with us. My mind was blown. That ride is mind-blowing. It's my favorite ride of all time.
What I remember about this video is it opened up in Disney World before it opened up here, and obviously I didn't get to go with you. Yeah. And I was having this moral dilemma of, should I watch the video that Peter filmed, or should I be completely surprised when it opens here? And that lasted about 5 seconds, and I watched your video, and it's just absolutely incredible.
One of the coolest parts of that press event is they had a party in Batuu. It was closed off to the public. It was only open to the press and invited guests. There was a storyline that was happening all across Batuu, and it was a continuing storyline that was connected. And I was able to capture all of that on video, including flying X-Wing drones, a lightsaber battle. This is a video I wish got more views. It has 75,000, but I feel like this should have more because this is what Galaxy's Edge should be every night. We got to go to the world premiere of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah. What an incredible night. And this is such one of my favorite videos that we've ever made, I think. And not only like a premiere, like
one of the biggest premieres ever.
And just, it was another moment where I was like, we don't belong here.
I remember us coming out of the movie just being so emotionally exhausted and loving it, and me saying on camera, I was like, I can't understand how anybody would not like this movie. It's a good movie. And then like minutes later, we walked into the tent where they had the after party, and like all my critic friends were like, hated it. was horrible. I remember you were sick, so I did this video comparing the lightsabers, the new lightsabers. And I also showed off these like Star Wars playing cards from Theory 11. Didn't expect that video to get 150,000 views.
We got invited as media to check out this event called EVE at Universal Studios Hollywood, and this is the first time that we got invited to an event not as slash film, but as Ordinary Adventures.
Yeah, that was cool.
And it was very special for me because normally when I tag along with him to media events, you know, it's for his website, but this was like for our YouTube channel.
The coolest part of that is they had a fireworks and projection presentation over Hogwarts, right? Or was it just fireworks? It might have been just fireworks.
Yeah, it was just fireworks.
But it was set to like the music of Universal Studios movies.
So it was a very big, you know, special moment because it's not, they never do this sort of thing. And it was just one of those things that were like, dang, I wish they did this all the time because it's so cool.
During the height of this whole Baby Yoda craziness, we drove all the way down to Anaheim. It took us like an hour and a half or something to drive down there. And we got there to Trader Sam's
And we were told that they weren't allowed to make the Baby Yoda cocktail because of rights issues with Lucasfilm. And we're like, oh my God, we drove all the way down here for nothing. And then there was some talking back and forth, and they decided that they would make the drink for us. And
thankfully, our bartender, Christian, was like
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah.
And we posted this video of this Baby Yoda cocktail, which was actually delicious in my opinion.
It was so good, and it was adorable.
I remember randomly that week, my friend Jeff was like, I'm going to this event. It's at the Shag store. Kevin Smith's going to be there. They're debuting a new Shag painting. Do you want to come with me? I have a +1. So we made a video of this. You weren't there. But we got to meet and talk to Kevin Smith and check out Shag's work, which I ended up buying. It was cool talking to Kevin Smith. We also came up with this idea because we were such big fans of The Mandalorian, and we had watched all the episodes of The Mandalorian. We were like, what could Galaxy's Edge learn from The Mandalorian? Because Mandalorian takes place before Galaxy's Edge. So they could theoretically incorporate some of the stuff into Batuu. So we put together this video. Actually, we did 2 videos. And this was really around the time that people were just coming up to us with red Kyber crystals that they bought. They saw us there.
The height
like,
of
bought you.
I think this might have been the first. And it inspired other people to give us
It almost became a problem because at some point it's like, I like the idea that we're getting 1 red Kyber crystal per trip because that prolongs the adventure.
Yeah.
Remember they added R2-D2 to Galaxy's Edge? We were so excited. But I told you to give R2 a secret message and you totally messed it up. The other funny thing was that there was some group there that had like a Baby Yoda and we got to see Rey's reaction to meeting Baby Yoda.
So
for the
cute.
first time.
The secret members only bar.
That's when the Al Fresco Tasting Terrace at Disney's California Adventure became annual pass holder exclusive.
It became the hottest club in Disneyland, the most exclusive place. We waited.
A place where you used to just be able to walk right up and there
No
was
one was
nobody
ever up there. We waited like 2 hours, I think, to get in. And you know what's iconic about this video?
What?
Do you know?
No.
We came up with the
Peters and Kitchens.
We came up with our iconic rating system of how we now rate food and drinks. Peter just randomly was like, I give this 5 out of 5 Peters.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Wow. Those drinks there, no joke, some of the best drinks in
They were all
Disneyland.
all except one of them were really, really good.
Fun Wheel. I mean, it's a classic from the Cove Bar anyways.
The day finally arrived. The opening of Rise of the Resistance. Yeah. Another really fun day.
Because I had already been on it and I had already filmed the attraction, I got to kind of focus on you and your reaction to the attraction.
What an adrenaline-packed day.
I remember the excitement
on Main Street.
The excitement in
the air.
Everybody was on Main Street with their phones. Oh yeah, and there was new drinks too. They had that new green milk.
Yeah, the Toydaria Swirl or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember you were not a fan of it. And that was also a fun day because there were so many other vloggers there too. Like we ran into so many different content creators and it was just everybody was just like delirious from not sleeping and waiting around for their boarding pass and just having the best time.
And we also went to the Lunar New Year Festival at Universal Studios, which we had been to before. But it was cool because we got Mr. Ping to do an opening.
Yeah.
That was your idea too. You're like, ask him to like do the,
Yeah, because I'm always so awkward with character interactions. And I was like, you know what would be great if we had him do our intro?
They had a droid meetup though. It was the first droid meetup that we went to. It wasn't the first droid meetup that they held.
Yeah.
But this is where everybody gets together and like paints their droids in unique themes and colors.
There's a whole Facebook group called Muvo's Droid Building Club with just the most creative, talented people and it's just very inspiring.
We mentioned before that all those people were stealing the sporks from Docking Bay and Galaxy's Edge, and they stopped having them. There were just normal forks there, and then they started selling sporks. So we went to Galaxy's Edge.
We had to go get one.
Yeah, we did. The coolest part was I had this interaction with Rey, showing her the spork and getting her reaction. I felt like that was the funnest moment there. And she was even like showing it to Chewie and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was funny.
I forgot exactly what she said, but she was like, I heard a lot of people were smuggling these.
We went to the 80s night, the After Dark 80s night event, which was one of the most fun events I think that we've gone to.
I know there's some of our vlogger friends were not like too hot on this, but we had like a blast.
We talked to some people during the event, other vloggers, and they did not have as good as a time as we did. We were like in our own little bubble of just like having the best night ever.
I think we just hit it off really good because we got into line for the Ewoks before the party had even started.
Yeah,
so before the party even started, we had gotten that photo op done. And that was where we got to meet C-3PO for the first time in Galaxy's Edge. The food was good.
Remember those bubblegum beignets?
Oh, the bubblegum beignets.
They were so weird. We're big Harry Potter fans, and they came out with a new drink here at the Universal in Hollywood that we had not tried.
Yeah, they had this in Orlando in Diagon Alley. It's called the Fishy Green Ale, and we went to Universal Hollywood to the Wizarding World to try it here.
Yeah, and then we ended up trying alcoholic butterbeer for the first time, which was amazing. And I brought my wand and got to play with it, and hadn't done that in so long, and it was just so fun.
Finally got back on Rise of the Resistance, and this time we wanted to showcase the data pad functionality because there's like this whole game on the ride that lets you kind of be a part of the story.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. By the end of the game, you really feel like you're part of the backstory that led up to what happens on this ride. I got Finn his Stormtrooper outfit. I got him to the droids.
To be fair, you weren't the best help for the Resistance. I think I did a way better job infiltrating.
You were helping the First Order.
Yeah, I gave them everything they needed.
Well, the Resistance...
Yeah, the Resistance always wins. We did our first ever live video, kind of really spur of the moment when we were in Galaxy's Edge.
I was like, yeah, let's do a live video.
And it was very overwhelming.
iPhone.
It was so much fun.
The chat room was going so fast that you couldn't read it.
It was
so
hard.
At one point, if we had to like answer questions, we had to like go to the super chats. And we're still trying to figure out the live streaming and how to get it right and do it good.
Yeah.
I think we're almost at the point that we've figured it out. Like the next time, I think we're good.
I know a lot of you have been requesting live streams because we've only ever done 2.
We want the quality of a live stream to be as good as the quality of this video.
Oh, our Valentine's Day treat video.
Remember that flaming hot Cheetos on top of the mac and cheese on the hot dog?
That was unbelievably good. I was honestly shocked at how delicious that was.
We were there at Disneyland eating all those Valentine's Day treats, and we went to Galaxy's Edge, and we had this plan to film this video about all this language. Like there's language they use in Batuu, like Bright Suns.
Bright Suns is one of them.
We had a plan to make that video. In the middle of it,
something quite incredible happened.
Yeah, a family brought us over a red Kyber crystal. We opened it up, and it was a black Kyber crystal inside. I was in disbelief.
We could not believe it.
This thing that we've spent so many months.
And it happened. It finally happened.
And we weren't unsure of how to do this. Like, did we want, like, if we put in the title of the video, Peter finds a Kyber crystal, or the black Kyber crystal, people will click on it. It'll get a lot of views. That'll be but like, we didn't want to spoil that surprise for you guys. Mm-hmm. So at first we released it as a video of like about the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge language, and no one was watching it. So I think we changed it to like, what is Rey looking at? And we had a picture of Rey because there was one point that I got the black Kyber crystal and Rey came over. So it kind of hinted that there's something going on, but it didn't ruin the surprise. Mm-hmm. I'm glad. A lot of people were happy that we didn't spoil the surprise, and then a week later we did release a video
talking about it
so that people that missed that found out how we found the black Kyber crystal and how that challenge.
Epic montage of all your black Kyber attempts.
Yeah. I can't wait to get back to the park for you to continue your adventure.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I was just beginning to start my adventure of trying to find the crystal myself, and Oh, we'll get there.
See, I found it in shorter amount of time. No matter what, I found it before in a shorter amount of time than she did.
Around the same time, it came out that there was a Chewbacca hack on Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run where the ride gets taken over by Chewbacca and he just yells at you the entire time.
Yeah.
And you need to do a specific set of things and you need a specific crew of people with you to help you in order to activate this.
Yeah, we went to Galaxy's Edge with two of our friends, Jeff and Lauren, but we needed two other pilots because they need to do a specific set of things. So we went on Instagram Live.
For the first time.
Yeah, we found two people.
We were worried too. We're like, nobody's going to show up. And somebody actually showed up really quick.
Two fans of the channel showed up and we got to ride it and try it. And the first time we did it, worked.
Success.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun.
Event for Magic Happens, this new parade that they've launching in Disneyland, and it's the first new parade in 10 years or something. A long time. We
were really excited because it's such a pain to try to get a good seat for the parade that we were so excited that we had this media pass that guaranteed us a spot to watch it.
And we shot it from two different angles, and I think our video of this parade is one of the best videos of this parade.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like to... I am usually so critical of the stuff that we do.
He is.
But I feel like our video is just so
turned
good.
Out so good.
And this parade is so good. I love this parade, and no one watched this video. Or 22,000 people, but...
I kind of get it, because a parade is one of those things where it's like...
You want to experience it in person.
It's different seeing it in person. Because I had a lot of people tell me, like, I want to watch it, but, like, I'd rather just wait to see it for myself, which I get it.
Yeah.
But hey, who knows when you're going to be able to see this parade. So go watch our parade. It really does feel like you're there watching it with us.
We went back to Florida. We've been to Florida a lot since this channel opened.
Way more than we normally went.
This one was for the opening of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yeah.
This is the new Disney World ride in Hollywood Studios. This ride is so good.
It is. Dare I say... I enjoyed it more than Rise of the Resistance.
That's not the case. No.
But
I will say this. It's a travesty that this and Rise of the Resistance, both of them, are sitting empty right now, not entertaining anybody. We also went to the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival. And this is something where we ate and drank at almost every single booth.
We had to split this video up into two because we ate so much food that it would have been like a 2-hour-long video. The Flower and Garden Festival might be my favorite festival that we've been to since starting this channel.
We also on that trip got to go to Animal Kingdom, which is one of our favorite parks.
Yeah, we love Animal Kingdom.
We had been to Pandora right around the time it had opened. We had never been there at night to see the bioluminescent forest. Like, you can't capture it on film. Like,
you need to see it in person, I think.
I think my favorite part of this whole video is, like, while you were riding Flight of Passage, I was in the Avatar gift shop because the land was closing.
It was so funny.
And I was just making fun of all this Avatar merchandise.
A lot of people liked that. They were like, the funniest part of this video is Peter just, like, looking at all the merch.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you got me that vein pod Rice Krispie treat. So sweet of you.
I want to go back.
I know.
We gotta go back.
I know. It makes me so sad.
We didn't have enough money to go on this trip. Realistically, we tried to do it on the cheap. I booked the plane on credit card points.
Yeah.
We booked the hotel on Priceline, basically doing this lottery system where you get like a $50 a night room, and we got this off resort room. While we were going on the trip, I was like, we should make a video about that. Is it a disaster or not?
Yeah, just to see what it's like.
It looks like it's from the 80s.
Yeah. The only downside was the bed was kind of small, but we were so tired after every day that we just passed out. It did not matter.
Yeah, then the pandemic happened. We got trapped at home and we started doing home vlogs. So we started going through the art of books, which is something I really love. In one of our mail vlogs, someone sent us a bunch of Canadian candy and snacks. So we decided to break that out into its own video and do a taste testing of these.
Trying all this food that we don't have here, I was so excited to do that.
We even did a follow-up of that with Japanese food. There was some crazy stuff in there that was gross. There's some crazy stuff that was awesome. Crazy stuff that just did stuff in my mouth that I was not expecting.
Not ready for.
So we tried making our own Ronto wraps. I think it turned out pretty good.
It did. It was. I was eating those leftovers for days after.
Avengers Campus was supposed to open this summer.
Yeah.
Now is probably not going to. So we decided to like kind of go through that concept art and everything we knew about it and kind of explore it from afar.
And let me tell you, it's got me even more excited for when it eventually opens. We're pretty much caught up to current time, which brings us back to
this thing right here. I want to thank you guys for watching this whole thing and revisiting our first year on YouTube.
This was really fun for us. Hopefully it was fun for you as well.
What do you want to see us do next? I know a lot of people want to see us do a house tour. We have some construction going on. We will do the house tour eventually, but we want that to get cleared up before we do it. But what do you guys want to see from the channel, especially since we're going to be stuck at home? We do this for ourselves. We're having fun, but we want to know what you guys like. So let us know below if you have any ideas.
Yeah. Anything. Your craziest, wildest idea, let us know right down below.
If you haven't been on this adventure since the beginning, no worries. Like, I don't expect everybody to have been there. But if you want to catch up on some of our earlier adventures, we're going to put a playlist of our early adventures. Actually, everything from start to finish.
Watch the Renaissance Fair one. It's really fun.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next adventure.